For the next step, we're going to start attaching these rails to each other. You'll notice that the rails are mitered at a 45-degree angle. They kind of fit together there, and we're going to fit them together. It's important to know that this end that I'm kneeling at is considered the head rail, the head of the bed. That's where your head will be while you're sleeping. The other end is the foot rail, and of course the two side rails. Now, the head rail and the foot rail are shorter, and this will kind of create a box that the mattress is going to sit in. From the hardware box, the long hardware box I was just talking about, I've found the hardware pack number 3. And there's some L brackets and some nuts and bolts and some spacers. Now you're going to need for this next step a Phillips screwdriver and an 8mm wrench or socket. We're going to use a socket, and that's how we'll attach these together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the four black L brackets. And they will correspond with the 2 holes that are on the ends of all of these rails, both the head rail and the foot rail. And I'm going to start on this head rail side, and I'm just going to take a couple of the machine screws, slip them through the hole on the rail and also through the hole on the 4-hole bracket. And then I'll take one of the 8mm nuts, the locking nut, and I'll just kind of thread that on just finger tight just to get it started. And then I will do the second one on the same side. And again, get a nut on there. And then I will go to the other side and I'll get a couple of nut and bolts onto the head rail, going through again the 4-hole bracket. So you can see I've got the 4-hole bracket in place on this head rail. I'm going to take another one, take a couple of the nuts and bolts and go to the other side. And of course, again, the head rail is the shorter rail. And then I'll actually go and I'll do the same thing on the foot rail. So in essence, I'm going to have all 4 of these L brackets attached to the shorter rail, head rail, foot rail, and then the 2 other holes we'll use in a minute on the next step.